Hi, everyone. I'm Errol Weiss, the Chief Security Officer at the Health Information Sharing and Analysis Center, or HISAC. We all hear stories every day about bad guys hacking into the emails of big companies and government agencies. I'm sure you might be thinking, why would they go after me? I'm boring. Cyber criminals and data thieves are making billions of dollars annually, and literally everyone is a target. Online criminals make their money duping unsuspecting users into giving personal information so they can steal it or sell it or exploit it. Worse yet, criminals have recently resorted to using sophisticated programs, sometimes called ransomware or malware, to encrypt or scramble the information on your computer so they can extort you to pay a ransom just to get your own data back. How rude. I see incidents like this every day at my job. And people often ask me, what can they do to protect themselves? Nothing is foolproof, and enabling the right amount of security is very complicated. It's why I've called this talk, "With great power comes great responsibility, protecting yourself online in the digital age." Whether you think I borrowed the quote from the Bible, from Voltaire, or from Spider-Man, my message is about taking a defensive posture while you're online. Here are a few of my top recommendations. If you follow some of these simple tips, you'll make yourself a much harder target and the cyber thieves will have to go elsewhere. First off, create strong passwords. Don't use names or words that you can find in a dictionary. Criminals have sophisticated programs that can quickly guess simple passwords. I know it's a pain and I have to do it too, but use passwords that have more than 10 characters. Be sure to include numbers, capital letters, lowercase letters, and special characters. Most important of all, don't use the same username and password combination at more than one site online. The criminals figured out a long time ago that we humans are lazy, and we like to use the same username and password combinations to access all of our online accounts if we could. Cyber criminals are actively using stolen username password combination lists to gain access to online accounts, and they are succeeding. Consider using a password manager, such as one of the ones that I've listed on the screen here. Many of these offer free versions that are suitable for lots of people. I use one of the ones mentioned here, and it also has a family version that helps enable sharing across family members. So, say for example, I want to share my credit card account, username, and password with my wife. I can do it securely through the app. The password manager creates a strong password. Some of mine are over 40 characters, complete gibberish with lots of special characters. I'd never want to have to type it in. The password manager helps you manage access to your online sites through one simple app across all your devices, your desktop, smartphone, and tablet. Speaking of your smartphone, protect it like you would protect your physical wallet. Make sure your phone locks after a few minutes of inactivity and that you require a security or a PIN code to unlock your phone. Protect your online personal accounts, especially your email account. Turn on multi-factor authentication for your online accounts, your email, banking, social media, including Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and more, and your online shopping accounts as well, Amazon, eBay, your favorite department store, you name it, and your online banks. All of them support all this. Multi-factor authentication means you need multiple things to verify your identity, something you know and something you have. What you know is your username and password. Something you have might be a fingerprint or a face or a 6-digit code on your cell phone. The whole idea with multi-factor authentication as a security feature is that it can stop anyone from accessing your account, even if they know your password, because they don't have what you have, like the text message that's sent to your phone or your fingerprint or your face. Many websites have the option to only require multi-factor authentication when you log in from a new device. This option is fine to use and is very effective at protecting your online accounts. I did a video at the beginning of the month that talks about multi-factor authentication, how to sign up for it at your favorite online sites, and using it to take a defensive posture when you're online. Go check it out and learn more. Finally, a word of caution and an update here. As we've recently learned, the bad guys are always innovating and constantly working on ways to steal that thing you have. especially when it's a 6-digit code that's sent to your cell phone. Don't share the code with anyone over the phone. The banks will never ask you for that code via phone or text message. Don't fall for that trick. Finally here, browse securely. Make sure you have the most recent version of software on your computer and smartphone. There's some tips here on the screen now, depending on what type of device you have, on how to do that. And finally, I want to acknowledge some of the great work that's been announced from Microsoft and Google in making the internet a safer place. Google is turning on multi-factor authentication by default, and Microsoft enabled a passwordless feature for all of its users, allowing everyone to log in using security keys, codes sent over text or email, and even authenticator apps. These are both terrific advancements, and I'm optimistic about them in the future, but it will be a long while until we see the benefits of these being commonplace. Let's see how things go, and I'll be sure to revisit this topic next October. Thanks for tuning in.